Hey, 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 yeah, hey, what a time to be alive. I left them for dead, now I'm living right. No new friends, no new advice. That was high then, but we got bigger heights. We got bigger fish to fry. Bet on myself, then I roll the dice. Man, it ain't a gamble if you know you nice.
All right, welcome back, Dollar Dream Podcast. I'm your host, Ara Amen. This is the #1 podcast in Dallas. And we got a special treat today. We got Revelations.
What's up, what's up?
Tyler Kleekamp.
What's up, y'all?
And Justin Elijah.
How y'all doing?
All right, so this is supposed to be a part 2 with me and Rev because we had so much fun. When was that? Was that earlier this week?
It was last week.
That was last week?
I think so. I was actually looking for it
Oh, it
on my
was last
calendar.
week.
That's crazy.
And I couldn't find it. So I had to go in my email to figure out where this address was.
Your email, bro? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, because I know it was last week. I don't know, man. This week's been crazy. But we had it, and I was just like, let's run it back. And I just rescheduled the date on the email.
Got it.
I changed it for today. I was just lazy to make a new one.
It worked, bro. It worked.
Wait.
I found
Y'all
it.
communicate through email?
Yeah, you know
Why?
email?
Why are we communicating through email? Like,
Because it sets up on your calendar. Because then your calendar keeps track of everything.
and I'm not communicating through
It's
email.
a millennial thing, bro. You don't know about it yet.
Yeah, I'm still young. I'm sorry.
You don't use a calendar?
I mean, yeah, I use a calendar, but I'm not setting up things and events through email.
Yeah, because if you send the email invite and it just automatically populates your calendar.
Interesting.
Do you not
Well,
know
you-
what
I'm
calendar? You don't
working
know
on
what
it.
calendar
You working
is?
on that?
I'm pretty bad. I had some bad habits. I'm working on
Let
it.
me guess. You're 30 and under? Pretty much.
29.
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Wait, Ara, how old are you?
I'm 28. I'm be 29 March
gosh.
2nd.
See, yeah.
How old are you?
Call me daddy, man. I don't know what else to say.
Whoa.
I gave it away actually last time, so if you want to know my age,
No, you didn't give it away. You gave hints.
I gave when I graduated for sure.
Yeah,
We're not doing all that.
I was trying to do that. I was trying to do the math.
We can't even email and get our calendar.
Hey, bro, we're not doing all that math.
So, wait, how old are you, though? Can we guess?
30.
30 something.
I said 30, so yeah, it's in 30s.
Well,
39.
obviously 30.
He's 39.
Yeah. Don't base it off my gray hairs, by the way.
39,
He just
right?
went for 39.
Close, bro.
So 38.
I mean, 37. But
You know.
I'm 37, bro. Come
You're
on, now. If I graduated
you're
2004.
10 years older than me, bro. Wow, that's crazy.
Shoot, sorry guys.
So what'd you
We're all
learn?
young.
What'd you learn in the 38 years of being on Earth?
37 years.
37.
Jeez, Louise, this guy. Rub it in it. No.
We'll round up.
I can round up to the even number, right? I can say that there's like pockets of learning for myself, right? I don't know. You guys are still young. I'm sure you guys went through like your figuring out what to do stage when you're coming out of high school or college. You know, maybe the love stage, maybe the party stage. So, I mean, being that I'm 37 right now, and I learned a lot within the past 8 years, for sure. Just because that's when I started a family. Before that, it was just musician life, you know, touring and
Day out.
touring and just being
Touring.
out and about.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
really, what really changed, I mean, dude, what really changed my life was having kids. Just because I got more than myself, more responsibilities than myself. And I can't be selfish in that way. So, and I also learned a lot within the past. What is it? 2004, I got into business in late 2018.
2024.
That was a game changer as far as business wise, for sure. But I mean, you guys are gonna go through it.
He's
You're
like,
gonna
y'all
see
just
us go
wait.
through it.
Y'all just wait.
Yeah,
Front row seats.
yeah. I mean, shoot, like it doesn't. I wouldn't say that, but you know, when you're younger, you know, you get told not to, you know, don't do this, don't do that.
Right.
I don't know how many people actually listen to that advice, but I sure as hell did not listen.
Yeah, you're
You
going
know.
to figure it out on your own, right?
Yeah,
So, a little bit.
Yeah, and what a waste, bro. You know, I used to back in Hawaii. My routine before I moved to California in 2015, my routine was wake up in the morning, go to gym at like 6 o'clock, come home to go eat. Then I went to the beach at like 9, 10 o'clock. Body surfed until like 12, came home, played video games, or I ate and then played video games. Took a little nap, then I went to play my gig, and I'll be done by 12:30 with my shows.
Sound like something I want to do every day.
Bro, it catches up though, right? Because then,
low-key.
because you're in the music scene and there's nothing, I wouldn't say there's nothing to do on the island, but when you're in that scene and you're so used to performing, you know, from like 7 to 9 and 9:30 to 12:30, you go straight to the after hours spots.
True, 100%.
And that's where kind of like my life went. I wouldn't say it went downhill, but it was a blur.
You can get
'Cause-
stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I made some great relationships during that time. A lot of us that was going through that whole period together. I mean, one of my good friends, he's actually, it's so crazy, dude. We used to stay up until like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning just
Easy.
doing silly stuff.
Easy.
He's a life insurance agent now, bro. It was just so weird. Now, you
They'd
know, we're
always
both in
find
the, no one would have ever thought that we would be in the same industry because we were doing some stupid stuff when we were together. And we did that almost every other day. That was our lifestyle. And, you know, I got into the industry first. I tried to bring him into the industry. Something wasn't right. I find out like 2 months later that he started working for, you know, another company, which is a great company anyways. But it's just crazy. You know, he's living an awesome life now. And, you know, we talk once in a while. But, yeah, that's
Bro, the fact that like you lived that life where it's like the dream life, right? You literally wake up, work out, go to the beach, go play video games. Like it sounds like something that's like,
I would want to do.
yeah, like you would just like if you dream the perfect life. And it's so interesting to me that you say that, like, I mean, think about this. You do that, you play video games, you eat, then you go play a gig. You have people like cheering for you and you're like playing music and it's super fun. And then you go like party afterwards. Because you said this even in the last podcast. It's like, man, I needed to find more purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, yeah, to some it might be like a dream thing, right? And when I say video games, it was only Call of Duty. I didn't play anything else, all right?
I love Call of Duty.
I was working on my shooting skills, you know. That's about it.
Tech.
I was 10th Prestige legit in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That's
I've-
like, I wear that
Prestige.
with the belt.
I haven't heard that since I was playing that, dude.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But you know, at the end of the day, what I realized is that imagine all that time I was spending, going to the beach, because that was kind of like a workout, right? Like that was a dope workout. You're always kicking and trying to catch waves. You're working on your breathing. And then the workout before that was obviously, you know, healthy stuff. I was eating well at that time besides, you know, having drinks at night. But when I take a look back at that, it's like those 2 hours that I came home, 3 hours that I came home to go and, you know, jump on Call of Duty every day could have been used for something better, you know, a bigger purpose.
yeah.
I didn't realize that because I had it made. You know, my girlfriend at that time, like, she still has an amazing job, and she held down the fort. I did get paid well because I was gigging almost every night back in Hawaii, but you know that only went to, you know, like I would say 30 to 50% of that money went to me and my habits at that time.
Back into the life.
Yeah, back into the life, Ben. But yeah, I mean, do I regret doing it? Yeah, I kind of do, because that was a lot of wasted time. You know, that was also a lot of not very positive. It's not like I was a I don't know how to say it. It's not like I was a horrible boyfriend, but at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's like, you know, she didn't deserve that. Like, no one deserves. Another half doesn't deserve their other half staying out till, you know, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and possibly sleeping over their friend's house, you know, every other night, right? So that's the only thing that I regret, is not finding a purpose earlier. I didn't have the right people to hang out with back then.
But
for
even
sure.
if it would have came to you probably wouldn't have, like, I guess, respected that purpose. Because I had, like, some, you know, opportunities knock on the door when I was younger, and I just didn't see value. So it's like the timing is super important.
Yeah. Seems like you got more wisdom once you got the family and got established with kids and stuff.
Yeah,
To
100%.
say, okay, I got to change it up.
100%. Even coming into the relationship, you know, and having kids, I was still in that, like, it's kind of like, I don't know if
you
it's
kind of like in grind mode a little bit. I
Huh?
guess? Did you go like into like a grind mode a little bit?
Did you say grind?
Yeah, grind.
Well, I went from, you know, when I got together with my wife, she had an amazing job working for Netflix, and she was making you know, really good money. So I was just stay-at-home daddy, watching Zaya, you know,
Nice.
babysitting like this, just crashed out, you know,
You know, take a nap
accidentally
right
like
here.
letting him crawl away. But You know, I didn't really have to at that time. I didn't really have to play music because I lived in California now. I didn't know anybody in California.
Okay, yeah, it'd be easier for sure.
I said on the last podcast that I was trying to do like a social media thing. I think his name was Ty Lopez. You guys know Ty Lopez?
Okay, because yeah.
I couldn't figure out his name.
Yeah, no, you said it. And
Yeah.
that's funny because he would pop up on my YouTube for like months, it felt like. And he'd be like, you know how I got this Lamborghini? Click this button to find out how I got this Lamborghini. And I can teach you how to do it too. And I'm like, I would just skip it every time.
I clicked it.
You clicked it?
Probably.
I definitely clicked it and definitely
He got
paid
you.
for it. And I mean, I learned a lot. Did I apply it? No.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, you gotta apply what you learned. But eventually, I started gigging a little bit more, and then, you know, we got into the business. But
But
yeah.
you got your social media does pretty well. So so you signed up for a class, you got I guess training, you didn't apply it. When did the social media aspect come into play where you were able to like create business off of it?
Yeah.
Like how did that story go?
Well, when I took the social media marketing class, it was to manage people's like social media, right? Which I absolutely do not do right now, right? I'm just barely managing my stuff right now. But the reason why, like right now, I wouldn't say it's taken off at the moment, but you got to be consistent, and I'm still not consistent with it. I'll put out some decent stuff, you know, just kind of watching what everybody does, and but really the social media just started happening last year, and I think that's for everybody in the office, you know, for our office at least.
Yeah.
Social media started taking off because they started seeing the results, and now it's like, dang, this guy's making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a month
Yeah.
Just 'cause it's social
by
media.
putting out social media, which is valuable information
Facts.
and people need to hear.
Facts.
And we're allowed to do it because of the, you know, if you have a certain license,
Right.
you're not able to do that type of stuff. Good thing we only have one license, which is the life license.
I
which
mean, we
we're-
could just say it is if you have a securities, you can't promote it. If you have
There
a
you go.
life, you can, because securities, you're giving financial advice and as an advisor, so you have to hold that liability. So
Yep.
when you provide that information as a financial advisor with a Series 6 license, then you can be liable to giving financial advice.
Yep.
We're not financial advisors to give that advice.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're not giving advice. We're just saying what we know.
I mean, we're just saying go on
Giving
social media.
information.
Yeah.
We're just providing education, people. That's it.
So that's how I, man, I wish I was consistent back then. I think it was sometime in July of 2023. I might be off, but it was sometime that I posted something, and within a day, I went from like 4,000 followers to 22,000 followers on Facebook. I'm like, dang. And you know, at that time, a lot of the people that's in the office, they were still under like 3,000 followers. And but because they were consistently posting informative information, they
They blew up.
blew up.
Blew
dog.
up,
They
yeah,
bypassed.
That's crazy. I checked out a couple of them. I was like, wait.
Bro, there's people that went from, I was like, 1 week I checked this girl's social media. She was at 44. And then a week went by. She was at like 70, 66, 70. And she doesn't even like, all she does is remixes. No, like all she does is remix other people.
Providing more
It just,
value.
it got her 20,000+ followers. And she's generating business off of it.
Yeah.
They went from what was it, like 100 to 500,000 in 1 year, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know who you're talking about, bro.
But like,
Because that 44 number stuck in my head because I was like, this girl was at 44. And
Yeah.
next minute, she's like almost at 70. And that's within a week or two.
literally,
I'm like, sheesh.
and they're not using CRM,
Social
anyways.
media.
bro. But like,
Solid.
dude, it's so much like imagine if someone was like, hey, all you gotta do is post 3 times a day for a year, I'll give you $1 million.
Why
That's
would
literally
you,
what
why
it
would
is.
you break that?
Sell anything. You
exactly.
could literally sell like water bottles.
Yeah.
If you just post consistently about water bottles 3 times a day, people are eventually going to buy. I don't know why, but they do. It's just human nature.
But that perspective that you said, right? If somebody was to, somebody else used some kind of crazy scenario, like if someone's holding a gun to your head, right? But I forget.
I
who,
hate that
I
scenario.
forget who said that. Somebody
all
said,
cutthroat.
multiple times.
somebody said that recently. I'm like, oh, okay, he went over there. But you said the right thing, right? If you were offered to get $1 million, would you work? Would you make sure you drop from 230 pounds to 200 pounds within the next 4 months? How serious are you going to take that?
Baby in a grind.
Right, you're going to be doing 2 a days probably, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that goes
get
with
it.
business. It's a lot about perspective, and like, does that make sense?
No,
Like,
100%. But sometimes people aren't even motivated by money. Like people
True.
might say they're motivated by money, and then you'll put money on the table, and it's like
They don't move.
you really aren't as motivated by money as you might
Yeah.
appear or think to be.
Facts.
So like in that scenario, it's like, yeah, I'll give you $1 million if you post 3 reels a day, or I'm gonna put a gun to your family's head if you don't do that. Then you got
Now
post 3
you,
reels
now
a
you
day.
got a choice.
Now you don't have a choice. With $1 million, you
Well,
have a
yeah,
choice because you.
True.
That's true. That's true.
What motivates you, Tyler?
Ooh, that's a good question. I really get feel filled up when I get to do nice things for people.
There
It's
you
like
go.
not question.
Mm.
So, like my why, I've been developing it by partnering. Like we just partnered with JBM Yacobuians Ministries, and they actively are fighting like human sex trafficking locally in the area. And so, trying to figure out how I can get my bag up so that I can help fund that fight
For sure.
better.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's solid.
That's a big
solid.
purpose.
That's so
That's solid.
badass.
Love that.
yeah, we're fired up about it. It's very exciting. So
Is that through your church? Is that a church ministry?
no, I mean it is, but it's not through mine. So I go to Shoreline City in Garland. Love that church.
Mm-hmm.
That's where God first spoke to me, and just kept going back. But no, we run the weapons training facility with the guys over at Checkmate Training Group, and we're partnered with Allegiance Project Foundation, which is a nonprofit. They're gathering funds to help secure schools. Right now, it's like way underfunded for school security. They just bumped it from like $34 an hour to like $17.50. So like
Jesus.
anyone taking that job is not legit.
Oh, we gotta protect the
And
babies, bro. That's
absolutely.
crazy. It don't make no sense.
The biggest asset. It's not money. It's the kids. So, but yeah. So we're partnering with them so that we can essentially like raise the standard for what they're teaching the school security, as well as like who's the one on watch, and so.
So kind of like a filter, like have them come through you guys' classes or courses,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
So right now they have anti-shooter courses, but it's kind of like
Generic.
yeah, it checks the box, but with that being a legitimate threat, it's not enough. So so what we're doing is we're adding to that. So when they do that training, we show up and we're like, well, here's Checkmate training, it's free, and we just add it, and then they're gonna be like, okay, that was way more of what we need. So we've been going into schools, different ISDs, and partnering with law enforcement. We'll play as the bad guys as SWAT teams enter. They take us out. We process with them. The good, the bad, the ugly. It's been really awesome.
That's
So,
what you posted like maybe about a month ago when you guys were in the school training.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Makes
so
sense now.
Yeah. There's 3 shooters, multiple casualties, and they made entry, took out the shooters, treated the casualties. They did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like real life scenarios that you like
Put 'em
role
through.
play.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Bro-
We had kids there laying in the hallways, yelling,
Right.
everything. Very, very real.
But I just want to highlight something that you just did. You asked him what motivates you, and you basically told him what motivates you. And not only did it but that's like a business that you actually go and do.
Oh yeah, that's why it doesn't feel like work, and that's why it's cool. I get to work with y'all too. We're just all boys
Yeah.
doing what we want to do,
It's
Right.
cool,
and
man.
we can run it together. And it fills me up, and it's been fascinating too. As I've noticed, as I'm just following God and like doing what I'm supposed to do, and listening and being obedient, they're meshing.
Yeah.
very well.
100%.
Like my account is tactics and finance. I'll have someone hit me up about tactics, and then I post something about finance, and then they're like, "Yo,
Bro, I needed that too.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh wow. So yeah, for a while, because pretty much got into both businesses at the same time.
Yeah.
And
You totally did.
it was like everyone's saying like you got to pick one. You can't do both. And I'm like, I mean, people can. I know it's not
It's
the normal.
possible.
It's
But-
100% possible.
Yeah,
It's
so I was-
100%
You're
possible.
doing it. You're doing it.
You're
running,
literally doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's working out. but I was running both, and I felt like I couldn't give all to either, and I was trying to find that balance. And I prayed, and I was like, God, am I supposed to be doing both of these things right now? Like, am I supposed to be on the self-defense side, protecting people, and the financial side, educating people, or just show me which one? And it was so crazy because I was at the gym when I asked that. And I look over at the treadmill right after, and there's a dude wearing a Valuetainment shirt.
I remember you telling me
The
this at one point.
entrepreneur Valuetainment shirt. So I'm like, that was my sign. I'm supposed to stick with PHP and run this. And so I go over and I'm like, I'm gonna go meet him. I go meet him. He's like, oh, this is just a friend's shirt. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, what else do you do? And I'm like, well, I also run a weapons training company. We're partnering with schools to protect the kids. And he's like, oh, you need to meet my friend over here. And then introduces me immediately. So I'm like,
networking
both.
like crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, it's both. Like,
Yeah.
I have to do both. So
100%.
it's been really wild, but it's been very cool.
It's really cool to see you do both, man. Like it's
Facts.
like
It's
it's
facts.
so freaking cool. Like obviously we do what we do in finance, but like the fact that you have this whole world that like you promote like on the regular, and then that like obviously we have access to, and I haven't been out there yet.
I
but-
promote you all
yeah,
the
I mean,
time.
we all-
bro. I
know,
promote you
I know,
all
we
the
should
time,
tell.
brother.
we've been like
talking.
it's been long overdue that we need to come and like do a photo shoot, just do everything, and we definitely need to do it. It's long
You guys
overdue. I know it's
gotta
coming. It's
qualify
gonna
for
happen.
that.
Qualify for
I was
everything.
telling you were showing some of my guys. I was showing Carlito and Daniel, and I was like, y'all got to qualify for that.
It's legit.
funny.
Yeah, Thursday mornings,
Stuff.
we just do
Everybody,
workouts.
yeah.
So I do like Marine Corps style workout, do some free training for like an hour.
It's fire.
That's to help me find like, because look, when you train, whether it's weights or running or tactical stuff, you have all those people that are like, oh yeah, I want to do that with you. And then you're like, okay, cool, let's show up at this time and we'll do it. And then they're like, oh, like something came up, like
Yeah.
my goldfish died, I don't know. But
Yeah.
so they don't show up. And after enough time of that happening, I was like, how do I set something up where I can find the ones that'll show up? And so I was like, I'll just run a workout. If they show up to work out, I started at 5. I switched it to 7, but I had people showing up at 5 a.m. in the cold.
The real
I'd run them
ones.
till we'd have somebody
Different.
puke, and then
Totally
we'd go
different.
train some CQB, some close quarter battle. And I was like, cool. And so now my vision with that is to have 50 guys. Women are included as well, but it's mostly been guys so far. So ladies come out, show up. But 50 people actively showing up, working out, going over these tactics. Because the whole point of that is we want to pour into the community so everyone can be, they don't have to wait for law enforcement to show up.
Right.
They're
You already
they're
equipped.
there to serve, but they're not like, there's only so many of them, right? And they're minutes out when seconds count. And so everyone has to,
That's good.
That's out
Pick
in
that up.
McKinney?
it's in Van Alstyne, so like north of McKinney.
It's just a little bit north,
yeah,
Van Alstyne.
You know where McKinney is?
bro. I
I
was.
think
just
it's
there.
that way, right?
it's one of those, one of those directions.
somewhere
It's
up
north.
north.
I'm still.
It's north.
God,
It's
yeah.
on
Go
the north
north.
side.
I knew that.
It's on the north side.
Yeah.
I was just out
I'm
that
still
way.
new to this place, guys.
Then we got Live Fire. We just set up Live Fire.
Bro, they just built a brand new high school out there. They're building a high school out there. Crazy. Stupid. They putting them things everywhere.
What was your biggest takeaway 2023?
Oh man,
Trying to do both businesses because you and your wife
Y'all face a lot.
y'all
Yeah,
came
for sure.
into this
Hey.
business and like y'all were doing both at the same time, and it was like I saw that adversity, but I saw the success. Like I
Thanks, bro.
have some pictures of y'all that you haven't even seen yet that I'm like
I
that
got-
y'all
Yeah,
like
throw 'em
in
up on the screen later.
Look.
No, I
maybe
mean,
look.
like down the road.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no I
That's
have
cool.
I mean I'll just say right now it was the night y'all hit director.
Oh,
And
dope.
like I remember like I just took a picture because y'all were just working. It was cool, man. It was
Thanks, bro.
yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah.
shout out to Tyler and V. They got me through all my promotions.
Hey,
That's
there you
facts.
go.
That's
Hey.
All
facts.
my promotions
Dude,
came from
great
them,
times,
bro. I ain't
man.
gonna lie
Long
to you.
nights.
Love them
grinded.
people. Love them people for sure.
Love you, bro. That's awesome. That's super cool.
So what was your biggest takeaway?
Yeah.
Trying to do both,
Man.
or not trying to do both, doing both.
Really the structure we have within the platform we have within PHP is what helped me structure that. So just taking what I'm learning here and applying it there, the amount of personal development that's expected from our leaders here, and then just doing that, reading the books, asking the questions, learning how to run a business, and then going and applying that and working with my partners over there at Checkmate and yeah, I mean, just passing the
They just
information.
align easily.
It's just interesting because like I've talked to a lot of wealthy people about like what does it take to be wealthy, and they're like a lot of it, like seriously, a lot of them, like multiple conversations. You don't have to know it all. You need to be able to take information from point A to point B successfully. That's really what it is.
To
You're
be
reading
honest.
a book. You gather information from that book. You take that information from A to B. You meet a person
Right
that's
there.
interesting. They're a businessman. They got it made. They tell you a gold nugget. You know, they drop
There
some
you go.
information, and you're like, oh, I should have had my notes out. Cool. You take that information from A, and then you go share that with the client to B.
Yeah.
Speed of implementation and application, because I mean, Sika talks about this all the time. He goes, man, I was at a restaurant and I was talking to this bartender, and he had the book 48 Laws of Power. And the bartender's like, oh man, I love that book. And Sika's like, what do you like about this book? And he like didn't have an answer. And it's like, how did you read the book? You just missed it. You read the book and you never applied
you're
it.
not getting
You
anything
just
out of
missed
it.
everything. You read the whole book and missed it.
crazy.
And people do that all the time with like documentaries. I mean, I'll even say this when we talk about nuggets. Coach has been telling me to track my business for it feels like months now, and I'm just not doing it. And the emails, like it's like he's telling you what to do to be successful, and
100%.
sometimes like you have to get it ingrained in your mind, which
Smash it in there.
it's like
Gotta put it on your
sometimes I want to
mirror
see
or
how
something.
hot the stove is
Yeah.
before I'm like, okay, it's hot, which is like I mean it is what it is. You can be smart, you can be wise. Sometimes I like to be smart, but it's so funny how like the people that are able to be like, okay, that's not what not to do, that is what to do, and they do it. And I'm like, dang, that's just really how you. Well, what's funny is when we first started and y'all had an event at your house, and Coach was like, all right, it's your turn. I was like, I think I'm good. And then like weeks went by and I was like, okay, I'm ready, and it worked. And I was like, okay, well, I should have just
I
done
could've
this
been
when he
did
told
this.
me to do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That's been, man, 2023 was so amazing, but there was so much frustration involved because you're just like staring in the mirror at yourself and finding
Like,
the
what the
holes. The holes that
You're just like, I'm the problem.
yeah.
I'm the problem.
Yes.
Yep.
Or like you have a difficult client and you're like, why are they this way? And then you're like, I'm that way. Whoa.
Makes sense.
I don't know how to work with this because I'm that and I haven't patched up that hole.
And
I'm not
my
equipped yet.
approach is all wrong. It's
Yeah.
like I'm just coming at them all wrong to where, I mean, I would say no if that was me to myself. Like,
yeah.
so it's
Yeah,
so
like
funny.
would you work with you?
Yeah,
That's such
That's
a
the
good
one.
question. Like, would you work with yourself? Would you go into business with you? It's like, let me go read another book. Let me go call everyone that's taught me something. I can say thank you
There you go.
and get back to the drawing board.
What was your biggest takeaway in 2023?
Oof. I just got to stay consistent. Yeah, I mean, takeaway wise, I need more focus. I get distracted real easily, I guess, in general when it comes to like just building my business. With my job as a full-time like project manager, it's like all over the place. And it just steers me off every once in a while, and I just never can stay consistent with trying to build my business. And that's what I'm going to do this year. So like today, I went to work super early, and I was like, okay, I'm not missing this event tonight. I told my boss this morning. I was like, I was scheduled to work in the evening, but I don't care. I'm building a business, and I got other things I need to do in the afternoon, so I'm just gonna do it. Cause like at the end of the day, like I got to build a brand for myself. He's already got a brand built for him. So,
So what are you gonna do?
oh bro, I'm just
Like what are you gonna do to make sure that you're able to focus?
Oh, I mean, books and reading and taking mentorship and coaching like seriously this year for sure.
Okay, you weren't taking it seriously?
I mean, I was listening, bro. Like again, like you said, like you gotta sometimes see it ingrained into you, bro. Like I
Yeah.
was like, dang, I get it. Like Curtis would tell us to do something like this, do something like that, and I'm like, I'm not doing that yet. I'm not doing that yet. And then now I'm just like, okay, I'm doing that shit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I gotta like, cause he's where I want to be at.
He's so
So-
patient with us, man.
Bro, the most patient person.
So
I've
he's
probably
where I
known.
want to be at. So I just gotta follow suit, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, just lock in, follow suit.
That's crazy. His
Yeah.
patience is crazy.
Have you guys ever
It's
seen him
crazy.
mad?
Never.
I don't think so.
I don't ever
Have
want
you?
to.
No, I haven't.
I never seen him.
I mean, like that guy is
he's so
just
chilled.
so chill, man. I don't know
I
how
love
he
it.
does it.
I mean,
I don't know how he does it.
I get frustrated with my new people. All the time. I'm like, come on, what we doing here?
But his calmness makes everything calm.
Yep, because
It's
he
powerful.
doesn't waver from
Yeah.
it.
It's
actually powerful,
yeah,
bro.
He calms the room.
Like whenever I go to him and I'm like even like sort of flustered, I feel like so stupid.
Then you,
Yeah.
then you
I
just
feel
calm
so
down
stupid.
too, right?
He's like, "What's the problem?" I was like, "This." He goes, "Well, just do this." I was like, "Yeah, I guess just do that." I was like, "All right." I don't even go to him with problems because I know he's just gonna like. I don't want to say that, but like I feel like I know what his answer would be, to where I'm like, he's just gonna.
Process it beforehand.
Yeah, like I know exactly what he's
what's
gonna say.
He
say
makes
to
you
me anyway?
process it like beforehand, like
Yeah,
because you already know what he's gonna say. Then once you try
yeah.
and think
Because he
about
already
that, he's
told
like,
you.
okay,
Exactly.
I didn't know
He
the
already
answer.
told
I don't
you.
need to go to you anymore. Like, yeah.
He's already told us. Like, you know, it's like,
Well, what's the biggest thing you've learned from Curtis in the time you spent with him?
I mean, you said one of them is patience, because I do not have that. It's a work. I'm a work in progress. We're all works in progress.
100%.
But yeah, dude, I think I was trying to. I didn't start one, but I know I you know when you do like daily devotions or whoever does daily devotions out there, you can find different plans to read on.
Yeah.
Right, and one of them was patience, so I saved that one. Did I start it? No, I didn't start it. But yeah, Coach just has so much patience. Like just the way he is in journal is something that I think a lot of people strive to be. Not just the financial side, but the way he is with
His
with
family.
Spring and the kids
yeah,
and
all of it, bro.
the way he balances everything out. Like
Yeah.
the ability to just grind it out, but still have time for the family. I mean, he's like a
He's
package
a jack of
deal,
all,
you
he's
know?
a jack of
Yeah.
all trades.
He's
bro.
a machine.
He's a jack.
he's
of
a
all
great
trades.
catch, Coach. You're a great catch.
I see what you did there, Spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a machine, man. One thing I'm trying to like incorporate this year is just be a machine. Like just be a machine in like everything to where it's like, all right, go to the gym, make the phone calls, run the appointment, do this, like just don't think, be a machine. So that's just something that, because I mean we think and like that kind of stops us sometimes. There's like that meme where it's like the what's that the guy's name, the statue,
The thinker.
the thinker, yeah, and it's just like, bro, he's just sitting there, and then the other statue's like the guy walking away doing
doer.
something, and the doer, and I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
be a doer, and like naturally I am a doer, but there's always like hurdles, right? The more you do, the more there is to do, and like I'm reading a book right now called Attitude 101 by John C. Maxwell, and my whole life I've always had a good attitude. And then you start a business, and you're like, bro, my attitude is not what I thought it was, man.
Wait, what?
In the corporate world, bro, my boss would be like, hey, you have a great attitude because at clock out, I can just, go do something else. But to have a good attitude 24/7 when shit's hard, everything's falling apart, and it's like, bro, it's so hard to have a good attitude when everything is failing. And it's like, we were supposed to hit these numbers, and we're nowhere close. Imagine having a good attitude like that.
I mean, that's where you kind of get tested, like with your character, right? Like it's how
Resilience.
are you when you're at your lowest,
Yeah.
right? I mean, of course, when you're killing it in business or in life, it's like it's easy for you to just be happy and like go about your day. But now it's like, okay, how are you going to be now that crap hit the fan? How are you going to get yourself out? Are you going to just are you going to be bitter, or are you going to get better? Are you going to just stay down there, or are you going to make some shit happen, coming up? But I know like last year, I think last year's, this is horrible, I don't even know it, but I think last year I made it for our team was the year of discipline. And that did not hit until the ending of last year. So I went, I don't know if I even talked about this on the last podcast, but I was saying that I went on a cruise ship with the band in early November. It was for like 5-6 days, and we did some shows in Florida. And I came back, and I had a meeting with Coach, and he's kind of like finding out. It's almost like a business meeting, like what's coming up for the next year. And I said, well, right now I'm gonna focus on really like personal development and health, because in my mind I'm thinking, shoot, if I can make sure that, you know, I take care of my body and in personal development, my brain, that should lead me into at least going in the right direction. So, like, I've been posting a lot of stuff because this year I want to make sure there's a whole lot of stuff that I want to do this year. One of it was to make sure that I start posting consistently on social media, right? So I started posting a lot of like workouts because, you know, we had our challenge right in the morning, make sure you wake up before 5. But I started trying to hold myself accountable and posting that. And a lot of people was like, oh, that's awesome that you're working out. I'm thinking like they might be thinking, oh, this guy's trying to do the new year, new me. But I'm like,
don't even know.
This has started in November. Like, you know, I started 2024 in November.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
like, I've been
in the gym.
I just didn't.
You weren't posting it.
Yeah, I just wasn't posting it, right? The only reason why I'm posting it now is because Revelation has to start posting some stuff on social media so he can get consistent in that,
There
and
you
then get
go.
consistent with doing some,
There
you know,
you
do
go.
the financial stuff and doing the music stuff as far as posting stuff. But as from what I am adjusting from last year is really making that discipline happen, and then consistency is the two things. So he said consistency, and that kind of all falls into everything, right? Like, be consistent and disciplined with everything, your business, your family, you know, getting better with your family, your spouse, your friendships, like developing, networking, everything. But yeah, that was my like takeaway from last year, which is probably the reason why I hit it hard, coming back from that run, that tour.
Bro, what's cool is that, like, with the consistent posting, especially if you're, like, doing music, finance, workouts, now you're, like, multifaceted and you're everywhere. Like, you are literally, like, you don't know who's watching and when they're watching. So, like, Coach has duplicated all of us. Like, we are in terms of version of him. So he's not even here, and we are promoting him. Like, with you're like, you don't have to be there, but you're putting music on, and like someone's gonna be watching your music clips or your finance clips or your workout clips.
Yeah.
With you, it's like your checkmate training, and then your workouts, and then finance. So it's like, at any point, someone's gonna stumble across that reel, but you've already put it in the ether. So now there's like, you're duplicating yourself, and that's like that's one of the superpowers that. I mean, again, Coach said this. It's like, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? And it's like, to be super strong, to time travel, to duplicate. Duplicating, you can have an army of you.
Man.
And like, now you are literally in more than one place at once. I mean, like, think about someone like Patrick Bet-David.
Man.
I can't go on Instagram without seeing him. And like, you just can't. He's everywhere.
Especially now.
Especially now.
Everybody got a
Jeez
little PBD.
Louise.
Everybody got a little piece of PBD in them, man.
Bro, like, but that's the thing. He duplicated himself on like a mass scale. So he has a army of just people that are like him with, you know, the same morals, values, principles, and then now systems. So that's just the crazy part, where it's like, imagine if you just multiply yourself.
Yo.
Now you're working when you're not working. So that's what's cool.
I still rather be Superman though.
Maybe
Superman?
I want to have laser eyes.
I mean, you get it all with Superman, right? You get the
Yeah.
strength, you can fly, you don't feel cold when you're flying up in the air, you can breathe in space.
I like how that's the thing that you don't get cold. You've been taking cold
I mean,
showers. The cold
I'm
showers
getting
get
very
you.
technical, right? Like, because I was thinking, look, like, if you're flying up in the air, like, you might have some bugs that hit your eye, but that's not going to bother you because you have solid eyes. You know, you can burn them with your laser eyes.
Yeah. It's
Anyways.
what's it called? But he still has kryptonite.
He does, but no one knows where to find it. I guarantee you guys can't find it.
It's like the planet Krypton.
But yeah, but that doesn't exist.
Neither does Superman.
Call Elon.
Yeah, Elon has it. Anybody fans of Superman at all?
Yeah,
No?
Of course.
Of course.
Bro, I ever since
He
like
doesn't believe us.
No, I do.
Like-
And
I used to love superhero movies, like loved them, and I always wanted to be a superhero, and I still
Bro,
do.
when I
But
first moved
Marvel
here-
just kind of there's too many superhero movies
Yeah,
now.
when I first moved here, I was like watching like Flash, what is it, Green Arrow, all those movies.
I was
all
watching
at
Arrow.
I
one
saw
time,
Green-
like,
yep.
Bro,
all- I
Arrow
was
went
just,
for like
locked
20
in.
seasons, and I was
Yeah.
like, bro, all right, I too many. And I had to like start watching. I had to start watching like
Supergirl,
and all these
all
like
of it, yeah,
crossovers, and I was
yeah.
like, bro, this is too much.
It was
I'm
fire
tapping
at
out.
the time. But I was
so
wasting my time.
who would you guys, as far as a superhero, be like a comic, who would you guys choose?
Doctor Strange.
That's pretty sick.
Doctor Strange.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
Solid one.
okay. Just
I'm
I mean,
Tyler.
go ahead.
I'm leaning Superman because that's just like, you know, all the powers. you
If
got.
I want it just for what is it when you have like a video game character and you have them like maxed out?
I don't know.
Whatever.
I thought you were
it's
gonna say
called.
alter ego. Video game maxed out.
Yeah, like
What is it?
like yes, all the powers, yeah, but I mean,
Oh,
I'm down
okay.
with Batman.
I mean, that would be the
Deadpool too.
Yeah.
Batman would be the like
Pause.
the legit.
Wolverine.
He got it. He figured it
Wolverine.
out.
That's
Okay.
that dude.
Iron Man's pretty dope.
Little shit.
I mean, Batman and Iron Man would be the most
Realistic.
ones, right?
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, Batman was dope.
Wolverine's not
Did you guys
realistic,
even
bro?
see the-
You can't have adamantium.
No, you can't.
Blades?
Well, you can't. You can't. No, maybe one day. You never know, dude. The way things are going right now.
Hey man.
There's some dude in Russia that made like an Iron Man suit
A whole
that
suit.
that could like, I don't know what it did, but I just saw the video and he was blowing shit away with his.
I probably
hand
saw that
thing.
YouTube video. Sometimes you just scroll and you just
Yeah.
go down the rabbit hole.
There's like 30% of
Wait,
people that are like, I
I've
know
been
what
on
he's
here
talking
for like
about.
2 hours. Wait, oh shit.
I forgot what I was gonna
So
say.
who would you be?
Superman for
Superman?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're trying to go with any character,
Yeah, any character.
yeah, I just grew up watching Superman. You guys ever seen the first Superman?
Oh yeah.
I probably have. I don't really remember.
What's the first Superman's real name?
Clark Kent.
No.
Kellogg.
The
I don't know. Kellogg?
Cal.
No. Sorry, not the real name in the actor's name.
I'm not gonna. I don't.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
track
I don't never keep up with
celebrities
those.
like that.
I mean, me neither. But then I grew up watching him. Right,
Yeah.
Christopher Reeves. I don't know if you guys
Gotcha.
ever heard of
The
him.
name
But
does sound familiar now.
yeah. What about the first Batman? I mean, there's probably the first original ones when none of us was even born.
Sure.
yeah, it's just
Charades?
like bam, pow. On there.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
damn
Hey,
power one.
hey, listen.
Yeah,
if
we
we
weren't
play
even thought
charades, do
of.
not pick me. I don't remember none
Okay.
of these names. Right
No,
I'm
now.
just
I know
showing
you're
my
talking
age
about.
right now.
Who was it's a very famous
I
person.
know Ben
know you're
Affleck was the worst Batman.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Really?
Well, maybe the Colin.
George Clooney.
You see?
Is it? I don't know.
Well, yeah, there were.
That's-
George Clooney was one.
Dang, that's wild.
The one where it became like
Maybe,
Batman Forever.
Twilight.
That series, right?
Colin.
No, that dude sucks. I know who you're talking about. That dude's actually the
watch
worst
that
Batman.
one, so
I know who you're
can't
talking about. The
even
pale
speak
dude.
on that one. Yeah.
Are you talking about the vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah, he became
What-
a Batman.
He played Batman.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that movie yet.
Just so you know, I
It's
didn't
not
even
that
watch
good.
it.
Yeah.
Really?
Nah.
Interesting.
I mean, Christian Bale was like the Batman, like the
Yeah,
Dark Knight
yeah.
Rises. That's
I mean,
That's
that
the
series was dope. But Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't know him, but I'm gonna act like I did.
Yeah. No worries. Just
Got it.
watching that.
He's
I mean,
37.
that
I
was
mean-
original. You know, that's why that's the only reason why I bring it up.
OG. What about James Bond?
See that I don't know. I don't think I've ever watched a James Bond movie all
None
the way
of them?
through.
What?
All the way through. No.
Oh, you just fall asleep?
No, I just
They are
don't
long.
recall watching them. Like even
Casino
Star
Royale?
Wars.
Oh, I watched Star
Like
Wars.
my
I
son's
like
a big
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars fan.
Mm.
I've never watched any Star Wars from beginning to end.
My favorite one is Rogue One. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
is that
dude,
a-
That one
I-
sucks.
after like the six, there was like 1 through
There's a lot of
6.
them.
I'm done, man. They make too many remakes. There's like no enjoyability when there's a bunch. Like I don't want to say like it's like watching watching something on Netflix and there's so many options. You're like, I just don't want to watch anything.
My favorite one is when Anakin goes bad.
Yeah, that's episode 3.
Yeah.
That one's good.
That one's dope.
Don't know what they're talking about.
Have
Yeah,
you?
me
When was the
neither.
last time y'all went to like a midnight premiere of a movie?
I can't.
Never.
I can't.
Never?
Tell you the
I've
last time I went to a movie.
Midnight
I can't
premiere.
even tell you the last time I went to a movie.
Let's go to the movies, bro. I'm gonna take you one day.
What movies are out though? Nothing good.
The Hunger Games.
Aquaman, my
movie is
cousin.
out. It's not that great.
Yo, cuz.
See,
All
you know what's funny?
Polynesians
If
are
you go to the
related.
movies now, it's literally like going to the movies like 20 years ago because they're just making remakes.
Same thing.
It's just remakes,
That's right.
and they're not as good.
What's the best? What's a good movie that y'all saw recently? Doesn't have to be a new movie.
I
good
just
movies.
watched Sound of Freedom for like the first time, but the
Yeah,
entire
you saw
time.
that?
Yeah, I mean, but I wasn't even fully watching it because I was on like a call. We were having our national call on Sunday, so I was doing that while
Interesting
watching.
background movie.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I still.
Well,
haven't
because like
seen it.
I was at Melanie's
Watch
house
it.
and she was like putting it on, and she had been watched. She's watched it a few times. She was like, "You got to watch this." And I was like, "I have to
Good
watch
on
this."
her.
I was like, "I have to watch."
the
I totally
dang
have to watch
movie,
this.
brother.
No, I know, but
That's
I had,
when you turn your phone off and you plug in. yourself to the.
Yeah, I just can't do that. I think I have a really short attention span to where I just like anytime last like 4 or 5 times I went to the movies, all the seats are like really comfy now and you can like recline. And I usually get like a beer or like some food and then I'm passed out like 10 minutes in. And I just wake up and it's
expensive.
Oh, I went
sleep.
and saw the new Spider-Man. This the where all the Spider-Mans cross over.
Oh yeah, that was a good
So
one.
like I love Spider-Man.
This is
Pretty
gonna
cool.
meme.
Yeah. So I literally like I'm excited to watch this movie. I get a beer and like mozzarella sticks or something.
Maybe you fell asleep because you got a beer and mozzarella sticks.
100%.
Right,
And then the
right.
chair leans back, and then I just
Yep.
wake up and they're all fighting at the end, and I'm like, I'm just done with movies. They're
you
all
guys-
like fighting, and I'm like, this. Yeah,
Have you guys ever taken food into the theater?
of course.
I mean, snucking wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. College
Okay.
days, bro. I ain't
It's been a
paying
while
for
though,
nothing.
because you,
It's
you
been-
haven't been to the movies
Again,
recently.
it's been since college.
What was the last? Oh, college. What was that like? 2 years ago?
Bro, relax.
Someone's
Well, college,
Marty
yeah.
called you 15 today.
Bro,
on the-
Marty called me 15. I was like, bro, what? No, I graduated
Bro,
college in 2020.
That conversation with you and Marty was
Or 2019, That's
hilarious.
crazy.
I snuck in Twizzlers, like a full pack of Twizzlers, like under my arm and had it clamped, and it was at a like a stadium game, and they were wanding. So they had me like put my arms up to one. And they put up my arms, and this just 2-pound bag of Twizzlers just
Oh
smacks
my
the ground.
gosh.
And I was like,
Where did that
"Dang."
come
What,
from?
what did
the
they do?
I was like, I hope they don't assume that it's something I shouldn't have, because they. I mean, if I was on security and someone just smacks on the ground when I go up to one, I'd be like, what is this gonna do?
What are you
Right,
doing,
but they let
bro?
you in.
I had to throw away my Twizzlers.
That's crazy. Bro, come on, let him
Shucks.
in.
I don't know, right?
But I was nervous, man. I'm like, I'm gonna put my arms
At
up
10
and
years
For
it's-
old, yeah.
Twizzlers? Yeah.
You should have boofed it.
What's
bro.
the craziest thing you snuck
Yeah.
into a movie, like food wise?
Oh, we used
Do you
to see
remember?
alcohol into it. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
remember
pretty
one time I
gangster.
took like vodka
that's
to
about
watch
it.
like
Nothing too crazy.
I don't even know, like Hunger Games. It was weird times. I don't know why. That was just the move, but
Well, their trainer drank a lot.
they're training for Hunger Games.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Their
he
trainer
drank
is.
like the whole time. That was training the fighters. He's the victor.
Oh,
Whatever,
gee.
They don't know enough.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. Y'all watch. Y'all aren't paying attention. That's like how you're talking about people reading books and they don't
Yeah,
retain the book.
no, literally, they just missed it. I love watching people like seek advice and then like not implement it, because like
I don't.
I did.
say,
Wait, you
wait,
talking
what?
about me, bro?
No, not like because like for so long I like we go to like training and like we take this information in, and it's like okay, after a while it gets repetitive and you eventually get it ingrained in you, and then you start noticing other people try to get that information and then you see them not take it in, and it's like, I mean sometimes you got to go through that process though.
It's part of it, but yeah, I guess like the awareness of seeing that they're not taking it in.
Yeah.
Like you're having a conversation, and you're like, you're nodding at the right time.
Yeah.
And you're responding at the right time, but you're not truly listening.
And there
or,
goes to
or in this.
and that's coach teaching us patience again.
Yeah.
So what's on your plans for 2024, Justin?
2024. I'm gonna go on an MD run
Okay.
for sure. Build a base shop, and definitely the real goal is to hit 50K. in the
Okay.
Business. Like
That's it?
yeah, like once that happens, everything else will start rolling for sure.
Okay.
So just 50K first up, right? So once I get there, and then 100K, everything else will come.
What's this year's number? 50K?
Yeah, 100%.
What's yours number?
That's a good question.
Bro, mine's $500,000.
Yeah. That's what Violet and I have.
I wrote it
Bro.
down.
We've that's what we've been saying, but honestly, a lot of things have changed. So, just a week before January, I was like, this year is the year of explosion. Like last year was personal development and growth, and now it's implementation and explosion of business.
Cool.
And then when we did that workshop with Matt Zapala, Andrew Gaines at a Full Timers, like the first one of the new year, where
Yeah.
they had us like
Write
out our
paper.
stuff,
Ooh, that
and
one was
he's like
good.
praying, and he's like, ask God what he has on his heart for you this year.
That one was
He-
good, bro.
I'm like praying hard, and I'm like answer me, and like words are coming to me, and I'm like, wow, really? And so it was clarity, and then the other word almost had me crying because it was peace, and I was like, whoa, if it's clarity and peace. Like peace is heavy because I was thinking explosion of business, which is like a great time with y'all, financial success, awesome, which will bring happiness. But peace is so much heavier than that. It's like that means everything's good. That means finance isn't the main. It's just a result of how good everything else is. So when it was that, I was like, that's huge.
It ain't even
And
a number
so
on it.
it's hard to put a number on it because
Right.
through that experience, I went after we crumbled the papers and burned those things, like what we wanted to shed from 2023. We went and burnt them, which was super dope. And then we come back inside, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write 2024 the year of ... and leave it blank so everyone could kind of
It'll
write their
fill
thing.
itself in.
But no one was coming up, and I was like, I'll write something. And I was like, explosion wasn't the word anymore. It was purpose. So I wrote purpose. And then I go to hand the marker to Aiden. I go, here, bro, write yours. And he goes, that's mine, purpose. And I'm like, wow, that was
That's
super
crazy.
cool. It was super cool. And I was like, so I'm really like, I'm praying a lot. I'm working on my communication skills. I'm working on relationships because relationships are everything.
100%.
And I'm just following my purpose. So the connections with Allegiance Project and JBM to help protect people in the school districts, people being trafficked, make relationships, because we hear it all the time. We're one connection away from completely changing our life. So
For our life.
for me to put a number, even a big number like what you're speaking, if God's plan is bigger than that, then I just need to follow purpose.
Right.
You know, so it was just crazy, super crazy experience. So I really don't have a dollar on it. I feel really great about this year. I can already see some connections that are definitely brought by God. So we'll see. We'll see.
Let me ask you this: if you had, let's say, you make $1 million this year, what's gonna change in your life?
Yeah. So I've been praying about that too, because I'm like, I give to my church right now, and we have family members we'd like to give more to, and I've been curious about tithing. So like tithing to the church has been great, 10% to the church, but then I'm like, I have to make more so I can give more to other things, because there's other pieces of me. Like
Right.
the church that I'm at, I was not even walking in faith like a year ago. I was like, all religions have truth. I'm not any of them. I was benching myself from actually learning what I believed. And so now I'm on that path of like just trying to run towards it. And I'm like, I need to give more in other areas of my life. And I was like, what do I get something from? And I'm like, teaching people how to protect themselves, defend themselves, stuff like that.
You're already doing that.
I am. And so I was like,
All these things you're already doing though.
it is cool, right?
Like
But-
I'm sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but that's something I realize. It's like I'm just gonna continue doing already what I'm doing, but just with more money. So like nothing is really going to change.
But find stuff you're really passionate about comedy. So like if you could find, maybe there's a comedian that helps support a nonprofit or something like that, and then you can
partner
support that.
with him.
So that's why I'm really grateful for JBM, because they're fighting sex trafficking. The average save that they're doing right now is $4,500 for a child. So that's like transportation, medical expenses, and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I need to start giving. Like when I have a good month and I want to give more than my 10, that's my one now.
Yeah.
So, and I want to have more. But those are things that I'm already invested in. I'm already in it, and so I'm planting seeds where I also am reaping.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be this cycle that can.
Yeah.
The more
Can
money you
stack.
make, man, the bigger impact you can have on society in general.
But that's like that's like a concern that I've heard from people that are already 7-figure earners is if you don't know where to put it
Right.
before you have it,
That's what
you might not ever get it.
You're gonna lose it.
It has to have purpose
Yeah.
before it's
Yep.
in your pocket.
Yep.
And so that was cool because I just had that closure. Actually, I had a meeting with them yesterday morning and got an update on kind of what operations are going on right now. And I was like, oh, this is the next spot. So that's the spot.
Solid.
So it's very cool.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
But isn't
Been
it
cool.
crazy how like like not much is going to change in your life even when that money does come. You're still going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be building more relationships to be able to funnel your money to more purposeful things.
Yeah.
You're already doing that.
Yep.
He's just gonna impact. He's gonna make
Just
more
more
of an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, magnified.
bro.
Right?
But no, like what I'm saying is like not a lot of stuff is going to change. We're going to wake up probably 5 a.m., go work out. like there's like we're going to, you know, go to work, help people, go to events at night, have, you know, dinner with their families. Like not much is really going to change. Is like that's what I'm like trying to like.
Yeah, when you're already in alignment with the people you care about. and
We're just
like,
going to continue
let's
doing
just
this.
go do this
We're
together.
literally just going to continue doing this for like I'm good doing this the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least like the next 20 years. So
I mean, yeah. Creative business ventures will be sick.
Oh yeah.
Like trips to wherever.
Hey.
but we
Under
still
clothes.
I
do
mean-
that all.
Yeah, but
I mean,
like-
but the general, I see what you're saying. Like the general idea of what we would do, what we're currently doing is what we're going to continue to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, I just kind of feel like the way you say it, not anything towards you, but the way you say it is like, okay, we're just gonna be doing the same thing. But then I'm thinking like, okay, cool. Let's just like, you know, Matt guys wanted to go pick up another building, right?
Yeah.
Invest in the building.
Yeah.
Right.
Like imagine, like remember, like
No, I want
partners
I
being
want
partners in the
I
building,
want
right?
Yeah, yeah, that's
I want
big.
that's we're still doing the same
The
thing.
Four Cs,
Exactly.
But
But
now
on
we on a different scale.
Now we on a huge, like a different scale. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like instead of going to networking events that's right down the road,
Hosting them.
We're
we
flying
we
in
fly.
a jet. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that is a whole nother like
true.
same thing, but a
But
whole
on
nother.
different-
But that's
Scale.
my point. It's the same thing, but what you're the food's a little better.
I
The
mean,
ride's a little better.
bro, a lot,
The food
a lot better.
No, I get it, but like I get it.
At the root of it, it's the same
It's
general
the same
thing.
thing. That's what I'm saying. Because for maybe
But shit, that doesn't sell the dream when if I was to tell somebody hey,
I'm
we're
doing
doing the
the
same
same
thing.
okay, so maybe for me the reason I can say that is that I still am. I have a day job, and I was kind of trapped in
Make
that
sure you
life.
guys check out. By the way,
check out.
you guys checked out.
Oh, dude, I have not checked out.
You guys got 1 minute.
And I gotta. Oh, dang! I need to read my book.
Pause for a second, everyone.
Yikes.
No, I'm gonna get it after midnight. I'm gonna get it after midnight tonight. We're in a challenge right now, and we gotta check out in regards to.
You'll get
this
it, bro.
week's
Just copy paste your old stuff, and then
No,
and then no.
I'm
Well,
gonna-
I
I'm
usually
gonna-
copy paste and just change the ones that I need to change. you
Well,
know what
I
mean?
need to read my book.
Ah,
I
got
do.
it.
Yeah, we on
Got
a
it,
reading.
got it, got it.
We on a reading one. I
So
was like,
yeah, I knew today was gonna. I knew this podcast was gonna be a late pod, and I was gonna have to read late and check out
you
late.
can
but-
stack it, bro. It's fine.
Real quick, I'm gonna leave here for like 30, 40 minutes, bro.
Okay.
Pick something up.
Okay. I don't know if we're gonna go for 30, 40 minutes more, but it's whatever. Yeah.
No, it's good. I'll come back.
Okay.
Anyway, so if y'all run for another hour, I'm cool with it.
Okay. Cool.
I'll come back either way.
Cool. No, we're good. How you feeling, Carlito?
Sleepy.
You on Tinder over there or Grinder?
Young kid.
simmer
That's
down.
wow.
That was a good
You
catch.
don't
though.
you
I
don't
was
need
gonna say,
that,
that's
my
nice.
bro.
That's a nice.
None
catch.
of that.
That boy said he booed up. Man.
None of that.
All right,
Yeah,
can you,
I
can
still
you give
gotta
me
read
the-
that book, bro.
Is there still more?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
that's rough. What do you want?
What do you want for what?
This year.
Did y'all see
2024, bro.
What he said?
Uh-uh.
Reporter, the Canadian report,
No.
about what he asked him about the LGBTQ plus.
I didn't see it.
Bro, he went in, bro. I was like, fuck. I don't know.
Salted
if I can talk about
caramel.
that,
No
'cause
wonder.
I'm trying to get my YouTube channel.
Bro, we literally had that. We created that reel about Taylor Swift being a government psyop, and then the government came out and was like, "She's not a government psyop."
Wait, what?
He posted about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What is
yeah.
what is a government psyop?
So a government psyop is like something the
Just
government
controlled
puts
by the
out
government, man.
to, like the coronavirus could be a government psyop to where they just kind of like push this information or make it to make the world act a certain way.
Yeah,
Mm.
thinking that.
So-
definitely.
There, like one of the reactions I had was Taylor Swift is a government psyop,
She
so that
is.
women have bad relationships,
She
or that
is.
women don't ever find like good relationships, and that it's all about breakup music, and she romanticizes it. So I'm like, oh, she's a government, and like she could be a plant, and
Never-
it's not like uncommon that they funnel or they push agendas through music.
Absolutely.
Bro,
So
facts.
it's like I forgot where I hear, but it might be in the Bible, or I know there's tales that go back to it where, like it's like you speak something to the beat of the drum, and then it's almost hypnosis.
Oh,
Yeah,
frequencies, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
I've heard of that.
Frequencies, Yep.
So like I mean, think about how like rap culture took over in like the 2000s, early 2010s, and like think about how.
Don't get me going on psyops, bro.
No, dude, but like
Speak on it.
Another hour.
Speak on it.
it's so like
Hey, bro.
it's a possibility. It's not like they haven't done any other crazy stuff.
No, there's CIA
I mean-
paperwork showing that they do all this stuff.
How does
It's
she
like
get
20
with
years
Travis
ago, at least.
Kelsey, and how does his biggest contract come from Big Pharma? Like,
Who's the contract?
Travis Kelsey makes more money from
He made 20 mil, right?
20 mil
From what?
off of what?
Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Pfizer contract.
What? Travis
That's
Kelsey's taking
bigger-
money from
he-
Pfizer?
He make more
Yeah.
money from Pfizer than he do
This
his
freaking
entire
snake.
NFL career.
Crazy, right?
Bruh.
And why is she with him? To push her agenda.
Hey.
Yup.
I mean, you figure if she went on this tour. I don't know if she is she still touring right now?
She's like back and forth.
I have no idea, but
crazy.
But she broke records. Though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like she put money
She's the
back
biggest
into the.
face out there right
I
now.
know that's crazy.
And he's the biggest name in the NFL, so you put those two together, now you got a
Power couple for sure. Just with
paid by the government.
There you go. Yeah, it's nuts, man. I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah. So another side would be like Project Mockingbird.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's where all the news stations are saying the same thing. You've ever seen
100%.
that?
Oh yeah.
There's a video
yeah.
Where they all
If
say
you
the
put
same
them,
thing.
if you put them all in a line, they like say the same words, bro.
You control people with fear.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why there's always something. Like right now, there's a new vaccine out that's supposed to be
Oh,
20
that X
times
shit,
more
right?
dangerous. It's like, that's just for fear, so that we can't move the way we're supposed to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fear controls more than anything else. I mean, literally, go back to what we said in the beginning. If I put a gun to your family's head and you have to do something, you're gonna do it out of fear. But if I
I'm gonna
give you
smoke you,
what?
I'm gonna
With-
shoot you.
With what? What are you gonna smoke them with?
Nothing.
This thing right here.
But it's like if you say, okay, you gotta post 3 reels a day for the next year, and you get $1 million, compared to, hey, I'm gonna put a gun to your family's head. If you don't post 3 reels a day, the fear is gonna drive faster than the reward. So like they've done studies on this, so they know that.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
Yeah. You seen the monkeys are in a cage and they spray them when they try to get the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they spray them when they try and get the food. They take like one out at a time. The new one tries to get, they replace them every time, and the new one keeps trying to get it, and then they like beat each other up and stop them from going so they don't get sprayed. Eventually, they replace all of the monkeys,
Wow.
and now they beat each other up, and they don't even know why.
They don't even
Yeah.
know why they beating each
Yeah.
other up.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And I mean, they've been working on this since like the
Man.
70s. So they
They're
know.
trying to, yeah.
Since forever, bro. There's just ways to track it now because there's
Yup.
TV from the 70s.
I'm gonna throw something out randomly.
Okay.
Do it.
What's your guys' take on aliens?
Oh, don't get me on this, bro.
So I
Y'all
believe
go
they're
first.
interdimensional beings.
Yep. I believe that too.
Interdimensional beings.
I believe that.
And I mean, I don't know where the line is going to be drawn with like, okay, so do y'all believe in the simulation theory, where this is like a
Yes.
simulation? So
Yeah, but
eventually,
it's pretty trippy. It
like,
gets really trippy down there.
yeah, so like eventually, like y'all play Grand Theft Auto,
Mm-hmm.
like that's literally a real world.
See, that theory interests me a lot.
So like eventually, there's gonna like it's just gonna get better. There's gonna be a point where I mean, Neuralink's already happening, so you can get your senses.
Matrix, bro.
You can literally go into the Matrix, and then I mean, you do that enough and enough and enough, and it gets better and better and better. Now you're in a simulation, and like, how do you like plug out, right? So I mean, another theory is like if you pass away, now you're out of that part of the simulation, or every night you go to sleep, you're just recharging your avatar. So I mean, I've looked into this like really, and then it applies to even like string theory and how there's like infinite galaxies. Like you can travel through these. And like Rick and Morty does like a great job of like playing with it to like
Yeah.
fuck with your head in regards to all those theories. But it is like mathematically on paper it is true. We don't know if that obviously correlates to like real life, but mathematically it's gone up to like 12, 13 dimensions. So that's it's guaranteed that. So I mean, if it goes up to that, it's more than likely going to go towards infinity.
I'm still trying to understand like I've seen it multiple times, but I'm still trying to understand like the third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth. Like it makes sense while I'm listening to it, but like if I had to explain it to somebody,
Is it which dimension doesn't have time anymore? Is it fourth dimension isn't time? It's like fourth or fifth, there's no timeline. Like essentially you can like jump into whatever timeline, which is very interesting because if you have an emotionally impactful memory, you remember it like it was yesterday. So then that's why that movie Interstellar was super trippy to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about how love allows you to travel through these different dimensions. It's a very powerful emotion. And the people you love, you remember like
that
like it
movie was
yesterday.
dope.
Oh yeah, such a sick movie. But yeah, like that theory is
Yeah, it
super
says
cool
the
because I'm
fourth
like
dimension.
that does.
I
the
was gonna
fourth.
say like fourth.
Yeah, so that allows that emotion, that heavy emotion, allows time to collapse within your mind, which is really what we are. We're not this body, we're our mind,
Yeah,
our
it's all mind.
spirit,
Our spirit,
and
yep.
this is our vehicle,
Yep.
but it's just all stored here. So it's trippy with the timeline.
Dude, yeah, I dorked out. I don't know when I started like going down that rabbit hole. I think one of my friends, another musician, shout out to Icona, but
What up?
he talked about he brought up what's the quantum physics or
Quantum mechanics.
quantum mechanics. You know how like what was it like you shoot something through.
Oh yeah, so the I know what you're talking about. It's like the particle. So
There you go.
shoot a particle, and there's like a slit.
Yep.
But if you shoot the particle and you observe the particle, it disappears. But when you don't observe the particle, it's there. And I don't know. I might be getting this all wrong.
Seen it-
I think
saw
you're
video on
mixing
this.
two.
Yeah.
I think you're
Yeah.
mixing two different ones, but
I think I'm mixing two
yeah,
different
you're
ones. I'm mixing two different ones.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, I'm sure you guys can go and look it up and find out what we're talking about. But that
I
thing
think when you
just
shoot it, it turns into two.
it
something. What is it?
You can't determine where it's gonna go because it's in like a wave.
two
It's like a
places at
wave.
once.
It's like a waveform.
Yeah.
And then the other one that you're talking about, it's kind of like the probability of like if you think that a cat's gonna be alive in the box, it's not gonna be alive. Like I don't know, something to that effect. I don't know what that's called. It's called something. But once I started like looking at that and string theory and all these stuffs that I've never got taught in school, thank goodness for YouTube. You can learn how to
They teach
fix
it
your
now.
filter on your what's the thing called? You drive your car and
Transmission.
there you go. Transmission. Thank you, YouTube.
I don't know where you're going with that for a second.
No, I was saying that good for YouTube that you can always like do research on all these other things.
Yeah.
I brought up the transmission because I fixed my transmission based off of YouTube. Anyways, nobody knows
Hey,
that.
look at
Now
you.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
No, no.
I also know a guy that actually is really a mechanic. Braden.
Braden is
Oh,
a
yeah,
mechanic.
you're
Yeah, yeah.
But
Google University.
yeah, man. I don't know if you guys always like. I always get on my feed for Instagram like ads about like Gaia. You guys know what Gaia is?
No.
Anyways, it's just like an app about talking about aliens. I'm like, why is this always popping up on my
You always click
feed?
it.
I never click it.
Just like Joe Lopez or Ty Lopez.
Ty doesn't even come up in my feed anymore.
His wave passed.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about Obama releasing the movie on Netflix? It's talking about
The Civil War.
Yeah, well,
Come on.
so that's the movie that's going to be the series, yeah. But then he also came out with the movie. It was really slow, but talking about like the blackout.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I heard about
yeah,
that.
yeah. They're prepping us, man.
Leave the world behind.
Leave the world behind.
I mean,
That's my balance is like they want us in fear, so it might just be a fear psyop, or they really are just like saying what they're gonna do, which is
I mean,
like blackout.
I guess my question would be, and maybe there's a video out there, but I'm sure somebody asked Obama, what was the whole purpose of the movie, and like, why did you film it? What enticed you to make out of anything that you can make?
Leave the world behind.
Why would you make a video? Well, not a video, but a movie about this.
You know, there's evil. There's like satanic stuff on like the, what is it, like the poster of that
No,
book? Check it out.
the book or the
Or
The flyer.
the flyer of it, yeah.
oh.
Flyer of the
So you
movie.
saw that? Did you see it already?
Yeah, I already looked it up. Someone like walks through and like draws on it. There's images on.
No, but did you actually see the movie?
Yeah, I watched the movie.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've heard that it's just a weird movie, but like the ending's kind of like off or something. Is it like a
That's
cliffhanger?
what
or-
everyone says it's like doesn't want to look into why this weird.
Would you
movie
recommend
came
the
out.
movie? Like
It's slow.
as my brother, would you be like, yeah, you should check it out? Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, yeah, hell yeah,
I mean,
do
it
it.
wasn't like a great movie. It was just like, just the perspective of it was interesting. Like when a former president makes such a interestingly twisted movie talking about, dude. I mean, there's stuff in there with, like, why can I not think of the word when like another country is trying to put out false information.
A coup?
No.
No.
Propaganda.
Propaganda, thank you. Yeah, so they're dropping real propaganda tactics of other countries, what they would do here if they really did it, as well as the blackout. Like it's like, have you seen the movie Red Dawn?
Mm-mm.
I have. Where,
Isn't that a video game?
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
a video
it is
game.
a video
It's a
game.
fun video game. That was a fun game too.
Gaming.
Yeah, it's just
guy.
interesting when the government makes stuff about the government like fucking us over. So it's interesting. It was a little slow.
That's like you
that's why I
promoting.
was asking.
That's like you promoting how to screw people over financially. Like, why would you, like, you know what I mean?
Unless you're
it's like you
doing that.
making a movie about it and thinking it's funny, and then everyone's kind of like, "Wait, is that really like
You know,
what you're about?"
I was gonna post some like dumb, funny stuff about how to screw people over like in finances as like a joke, and I was like, this is not a good thing
So not
to
a-
promote. Yeah, it was like there's this like one guy where he's like, how to become rich. It's like you get a rent. It's like sell your car on Toro and then go rent out a Airbnb and then put it, like, it was just a complete bullshit like way
To
of
lose your
like
money.
how to like use money to like have, it is just like, it was so stupid, but
It sounds legit.
yeah.
Hey,
That's what I did.
check him out.
What'd you do?
He followed your footsteps.
Yeah. What else we got?
Or about drunk over there.
Me? No, I'm not drunk at all. Not after a podcast I did with Zach. He got me drunk.
That's funny. I wish I was here.
Yeah, I was. It was my first drink of the year.
Oh,
this is
so
the
last-
first drink of the year.
Yeah, so that was my first drink of the year, and we had like 3.
It's my
And
birthday
then-
too, so I'll get a drink.
Is your birthday?
Yeah.
Is your
Oh
birthday?
yeah, it is your birthday now.
What?
Happy birthday,
Happy
bro.
birthday! Cheers, my man.
Cheers, Just.
Cheers.
Happy birthday, brother. 29.
28.
Hey, let me take you.
28.
You're
bro.
28?
28, bro. Hey, like you said,
Dang, Rev's 10 years older than you.
ease on the rounding up, bro. 28.
Stop rounding up. It's 37. Once I put on some, simple dye on here, I'll look 36.
What are you gonna do for your birthday?
Blue.
Do blue?
Do
Run
blue.
my business.
Why blue?
I got
some
you.
people I need to get
Why
promoted.
not blue?
So
Yeah,
Great
I feel
answer.
that. All right, man. So I don't really know what else to talk about. We can just sit here and have it come to us. No, there's something I did want to talk about. Actually, was when you're talking about how to operate in one dimension going into the other. So like going from like, we can't really comprehend going to like the 4th or 5th dimension, but that'd be like an ant trying to go 3 dimensions up.
I don't even know what that means.
Nah, I'm lost in
No.
this.
Okay. Never mind.
Wait, so the first dimension is a line.
No, the first dimension is just a point.
A
The second
point.
dimension
Second
is
is
a
a
line.
line.
Third dimension is a line. Or the
I
first.
thought the second
It's a
dimension
plane.
is the plane.
It is a no. It is a plane. Bro, I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
So first dimension is a line.
Is a line?
Yeah, from point
Yes,
A,
point
yeah,
A to B.
A to B.
Yes,
Second dimension is a plane.
correct.
All right,
Third
that sounds
is-
good.
Come
Come on, bro.
I'm
You
on
got
board.
an engineering degree, brother.
No, I literally took classes on this.
Yeah, I just watch YouTube.
I mean, you can
in
learn more
depth.
on YouTube than
You
can in
too can
college.
change your transmission.
You too can make a bunch of money, right?
I actually got to go fix random. I actually got to go. I'm wanting to go and do a tune-up on a car. You guys ever done tune-ups before?
Nope. I don't know anything about cars.
Me neither. I just YouTube it.
again, yeah.
Anybody know how to cook?
Not
Yes.
really. I can grill.
Yes.
Me neither.
I can
I just
cook.
YouTube it.
Oh, I still
Oh,
gotta.
I'm
I still gotta have
dead,
what's it called?
bro.
The egg
Yeah.
with the patty, the loco.
Oh, Loco Moco?
Loco Moco.
Bro, no, just let me cook it for you. I got you, dog.
Nah, I've been thinking about that.
What is a
Fourth
loco moco?
dimension looks like a black hole.
Loco Moco is a bed of rice with a hamburger patty, seasoned, of course, with an over easy egg on it,
Okay.
with brown gravy and a scoop of macaroni salad.
Sheesh.
Does that now sound like the greatest thing ever?
That's a sheesh.
I mean, I got you guys. You guys are more than welcome to come to my house.
hey, you right down the street.
Yeah, yeah.
I am right down the road from you.
I
Sheep.
know.
I was
You're
actually
in the colony.
no. I'm in the northern part of Carrollton.
Yeah.
But screw the guys at your gym, dude. So you going to 24-hour fitness, right?
Yeah, I go there once in a while.
So when we're doing the early morning,
5 a.m.,
sessions,
yeah.
5 a.m., right? I went the first time. I went to the guy in the front. I said, hey, I got a 3-day pass. He didn't even check me. He's like, yeah, just come in.
Good.
Second time I went, the guy was like, oh, you have a 3-day pass? Well, I'll let you in right now, but come at 10 o'clock a.m. because they'll help you like activate it because
Okay.
he doesn't know how to do it.
Oh.
Next time I go, freaking freezing. I go in and the girl's in the front. I was like, hey, I got a 3-day pass. Here's my code. Like,
Yeah.
let me actually activate this 3-day pass.
Gotcha.
She's like, oh, we don't do that over here.
What?
I said, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, we're not accepting 3-day passes in the month of January.
I would have been like, I just came here the past 2 days.
I know. Then she probably would have said, well, then if that's the case, this is your third one and you're done.
Lucky.
But I was like,
How do I
wait, so you're
beat the
saying that
system?
you guys are not accepting 3-day passes at all? Like, not even right now? I can't even go in? She's like, no, if you want to go in, it's $25 for the next 3 days. I'm like, you guys don't have any specials? She's like, well, I'm not a salesperson. I'm like, oh my God. So I ended up just, tucking it in between and just wobbling it out.
Nah.
You
No, I would
push-ups
argue with her.
outside?
No, I went back to the house. I took a little nappy poo and waited until my actual gym opened at 5:30,
Lame.
which was 45 minutes later.
I would have just followed her. I would have been like, no.
I would've done
Yeah,
push-ups
you know
outside.
what? I guess that's another thing I got to
I
work
would've
on,
thought
you know?
about the 3-day pass and that you had.
I know, but it's kind of like, I'm working on this patience thing.
Yeah.
You gotta pick your battles.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what?
I love proving people wrong. So.
But then I don't know how I would prove. I mean, I guess I could have fought him because it did say in
You
the
had
3-day
video
it
proof
did
that
say,
you came the
I
day
was just about to
before.
say,
No, but
pull
it-
up the receipts from when you were there.
but
the
it did
days
say
before.
you're right. I could have done that. I didn't think about that at the moment. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not
Let's
about
go
to
tomorrow.
argue, right? So it did say though on the 3-day pass that some places don't accept it.
But they did already twice. So
Right.
She's wrong.
Well, it was just people not really doing their job because
Low-key,
they
'cause
didn't
he
even
didn't know either.
activate it.
He
You know what I
didn't
mean?
know
Like,
either.
That's what's interesting to me about people that are like willing to like
Take their job super
die
seriously
for their
yeah.
job about like
Don't even
like,
know what you're talking
they'll
about.
be
though.
so loyal, like so blindly loyal to a job where it's like, first off, customer service garbage. If I was let in here twice the couple days, that's a bad review. Like, it's not good. It's
bad
like,
review for the 2 guys that let me in.
no, for her, because they already
Oh,
did.
100%.
By them allowing that, she now has to allow it because it's like, how am I gonna not?
So do you
So-
do you feel like they should have stopped me and
Who said that they don't allow it here?
She did.
She
not
doesn't
him.
even know.
Who the fuck is she?
Alright, she didn't even know what she
dedicated
was talking
loyal
about.
worker to the rules and regulations of
Or a Karen.
24
And they might
outfits.
actually not really care that much.
or ego trip,
Yeah.
like like I'm
The
sure like
power.
for us if we if I was that first guy, I would have definitely checked the person's
Right.
3-day pass and be like, yeah, here you go,
Yeah.
access, go ahead. Unless the rules and regulation is really in the month of January that you're not supposed to have it. But anyways, but even like the second guy where he's like, oh, I'm not even a salesperson. Like, well, bro, learn how to be in the sales. Like, learn the sales then and get that position. Like, but for us, I'm sure like we're nice guys.
Just
Get
in there.
on, get on in.
If you're
Go,
in there at 4:45,
go ahead and do your
Yeah, like,
workout, right? Like,
I would let someone in.
yeah, I would have let
don't
them in
care.
too.
I don't care.
So she sucks.
Well, when in Rome.
no, I remember on one of the challenges, it was like a 5 a.m. workout we had to do, and I like got up, I drove all the way to LA Fitness. They open at 8 a.m. and it's like cold.
The
I was
boys
like,
out there doing
I'm
push-ups in the
just doing
parking lot.
push-ups in the parking lot. Yeah,
Was it in cold weather?
yeah, it was pretty cold. It wasn't as cold as this round.
This week, yeah,
Because
like,
Udi had
this
to do
one.
that. Because so I saw him take a picture outside, and it was dark. I
He
knew
was
he was
pissed.
outside.
Oh, you're talking about the first round of.
Kingsman.
The
Got it,
first
got it,
time
got
when
we
we
it,
did it.
first
got it,
started
got it.
Kingsman, bro.
So then
It
Udi
was
did it this
different.
time around. Because I know LA Fitness doesn't open until 8 a.m. on Saturdays, Sundays, which is super annoying. And he takes a picture outside. Now I know he's outside because the lights are on, and he's like it's like super dark. You can't see his face. And
What are you trying to say?
I was
Hold on.
like,
No.
I was like, you doing push-ups outside?
Because he's black.
It's because he's
No.
black.
That's racist.
It's racist if you tell him to smile. That's my brother. He was. I don't know what he was eating on the call tonight, but
He was
weren't-
eating pizza.
Was it pizza?
Yeah,
Udi?
yeah. Because we were all making we were all at
I was
this
wondering
like
what-
library.
Oh, you guys are all there.
It was me, Udi, Zach, and Sika.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I was at the Plano.
No, it was
mean,
this
Frisco?
Irving library.
How's it the Frisco one?
You was at the
I
first
haven't
one?
been to the Frisco
It's
one
dope.
Oh, it's dope.
I remember.
I
you
It's
need
like
to
told
go
us
what,
about
4
the
levels or
Frisco
something like that.
With the
Frisco
dinosaur.
I haven't seen all those levels.
one.
Oh, I was probably thinking about another
There's
one.
multiple
Maybe it's a
libraries.
Plano
Fourth
one.
dimension, bro.
Stuck on fours, man. That's funny.
Zach was there
I've been
with you
to one
guys.
too.
Zach was there for a little bit. Yeah.
He was working tonight.
I think he's working tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
How did
Zach's a freaking machine, bro.
Dude.
I don't know how he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, he always stays positive too. You know, like
100%. Good
don't know how-
energy.
I'm working on that. You know, I can't hide my facial expressions.
Me neither, dude.
It's like-
There's times where it's rough, and I'm just there, and I'm just mad, and I'm like, I can't hide who I am.
And that's not, that's kind of like not good. I don't know how to kind of like rate it, but I'm like, I guess in leadership positions that's not good.
No,
Yeah,
it's
right.
not at all.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's like the if you're just calm all the time, then nobody can tell when you're upset.
They can't.
But I just can't be calm. I need to like.
If I'm calm, someone thinks something's wrong.
Something wrong with
Yeah,
Tyler.
yeah.
Tyler need to be running around, jumping around,
If I'm chilling, someone's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
playing with something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
you got to be playing
Full
jokes
of energy,
on somebody.
bro. Like
"Yeah." If I'm not messing with someone, people are worried about me.
But that's the same.
That
way
is
with me.
true.
that.
Yeah.
100%.
That is true.
We
worried
got to
about
be like, do it.
That was
Stupid ass shit.
my whole life in that phone. Shout out to Apple.
You know, Apple just took over the.
Take
the-
that back.
Apple just took over the market share
There you go,
in
bro.
cell phones. It beat Samsung
Really?
for a majority market share.
Mm.
No, I didn't know that.
So Apple just took over as
Apple's
majority
number one
market
cell
shareholder in the cell phone space.
Yeah.
So the monopoly.
Good on you, mates.
Good on your mic.
Took over the. What's up? Good on the mics. I think we're good.
What?
Huh?
Are we good on mics? We're good.
No,
on
I said
mics.
good on you, mate.
Mate.
Oh,
Bro.
Tyler's giving me the
Where
mic.
you
You're like, good
at,
on the mics.
bro?
No,
No,
I guess we're
good on you, mates.
Where
Mates
you at?
meaning
Hi, man.
Apple.
All right, man. Let's get some final thoughts then.
Yep.
What's the closing remarks? Rev, what do you want the world to know?
Oh, sheesh. Start with me.
That's crazy.
All right, we can come back. Tyler, what do you want the world to know?
Perfect.
He said,
Thank you
"Bounce
so much.
Real quick.
Ara, what do you want the world to know?
Man,
Wait,
I
don't
just
do
want
that.
the world to know that if it sucks, I don't know. I was expecting
Don't
to
come
go.
to me, though.
I don't even know what I want the world to know, man. Just do whatever you want to do.
Live a life of purpose, man.
Do whatever you want to do.
Just live
if
a
you're
life
doing
of
something dumb, just continue doing something dumb,
Stop.
and hopefully,
We gonna cut that.
if the stove is hot, just burn your hand.
Keep
Wow.
touching it till you can't no more.
The real Ara is coming out tonight.
I got a little real with Zach yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the podcast.
I was just like, we just started talking shit for like 10 minutes.
Damn.
Dang.
We're just like, yeah,
Shit.
if you don't believe in us, we're just gonna smoke you. We're gonna fly you out and take care of everything, and just being we're just talking about how petty we are for like 30 minutes.
You
and
got to.
I loved it.
A little bit, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Especially for the people that don't believe in you. Like, you got to prove.
And I hope they watch. Like, imagine you're petty and you still watch, or not petty if you don't believe and you still watch. That's
Now, what I'm gonna do is, like Curtis said, I'm gonna get real petty. Just free flight. Come to this event.
They're not
just,
gonna show up.
huh?
They're not gonna
Nah,
come.
they're not gonna know what's coming.
They
And then
won't.
it's just gonna be a whole group of all my haters, all my biggest haters.
Get
You
them
guys got haters?
Oh, 100%, bro.
Really?
100%.
You don't have any haters? You
I
definitely
know
got
for
some haters.
I know for a fact I can count off like 20 people from my hometown that
Give me
hate
an not names,
that
but give me
just
an
don't
example.
like the fact that I'm like successful.
Ours got some good haters.
Really?
I do have
100%.
some- oh yeah, Tyler knows about. You're
Huh.
talking about that one
Like,
dude that sent me
it's
a text
crazy, bro.
message?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause
Oh Rev, I'll read this text message of this one dude,
It's so funny.
bro. I'll pull this up.
Before you do that, you can go ahead and do that. But
go ahead, do your
I'm
thing.
very, very curious because I always see people talk about, using their haters as a
Source of
drive
motivation, yeah.
or whatever the case may be, and the fact that you guys are saying like haters, and to be honest, like I've never had anybody that said you will never be successful.
nah, I had that from high school. Like teachers, even like high school teachers, tell me, "Oh, you can't do any of this. Like you're not gonna be successful at all."
So the only person I can think of right now was my band teacher that. So I played saxophone. Yes, I played saxophone. The only reason
How'd
why,
you keep him off you, bro?
bro. So that's the reason. That's the reason why, right? Like that's not the reason why, but I started playing saxophone. We'll go back to that, by the way. But I started playing saxophone because my dad was married to his wife at the time, which was not my mom, but my brother-in-law, a stepbrother.
Yeah.
He was like, Rev, you gotta play saxophone. I'm in like fifth grade. If you're gonna play an instrument, play saxophone. I was like, why? He's like, that's how you get all the chicks. I was like, okay, I'll play saxophone. So started playing saxophone, sixth grade. 7th grade, I'm like, I think I have another talent. I can actually like I can play drums some way, somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never took any lessons. So I go to my teacher and said, can you switch me over to the drum kit or switch me over to percussions? Let me work on these. Like, I'm pretty sure I can keep up with everybody else. He tells me no. He said, no, I can't switch you over. So when it comes down to like a hater, never had a hater in business, never had a hater in general. Like my family doesn't even hate on what I do.
Yeah.
They also don't have anything of what I do. Right?
That's the crazy
So-
part, right?
So that's the crazy part.
So that's
but
hate.
Hate comes
It-
from below.
It's
You know,
not really
it's-
hate. It's just not.
Listen to this
Yeah,
text
I don't know.
message.
It's
Listen to this text message.
Okay.
Dude, when are you gonna stop spamming Instagram? No offense, but as a professional that actually gets paid media, that does paid media, you're full of shit, man. If you're trying to teach people how to make millions of dollars on YouTube, show me the money and I'll tell you whether it's legit or not. And Ara, remember who you're talking to. I was born with 9 figures attached to my name. And I just
See,
go,
that's the
unfollow
difference
me,
right
brother.
there, bro.
And then
Unfollow
and
me,
is that
brother.
a
Good on you.
friend of yours?
I got
so
you.
this
That's
I have
crazy.
a really close friend. This is her brother. So I became close. I became like relatively like
Can you
acquaintances with him,
imagine being so uncomfortable?
That you have to sit there and
Yeah.
type that
bro.
long shit
And
out.
then you know what's funny?
So
I
you're
just-
close to his sister.
Yeah, and
And
she
you
loves
know
me.
and you know him though.
Yeah,
And he ended up texting you that?
yeah.
That's
What a
crazy.
bitch.
So
Hater, bro.
and then, no,
That's
and it
hater.
gets better. It gets better. So he sends me this out of the blue, and then me and Marty are out at Legacy West doing street interviews, and I see him walk by.
No way. I would have been.
Oh, he's here.
I would have caught
No,
his ass
he's in the
over.
area. Yeah, I'm gonna see him at a wedding in like a couple weeks. I'm so excited to see him.
Oh my god.
So I
Bro,
see him
please
walk
knock
by,
him
and he's
out.
like ducking his head, and I was like, "What's up, bro? It's so great to see you." And he's
That's
just like,
crazy.
And
he's-
talking about how big and bad he is with his mommy and daddy's money right
Bro,
now.
is he-
Right, I was
it sounds
born
like
into
he's
six
just
figures.
weird though.
he is really weird,
Okay, well
You're a bitch.
but
Dude,
like,
then he's like he's like
And then-
haters that
socially
watch your
awkward
shit.
weird.
yeah. And
Yeah,
then
the
he
fact that
and
he's
then
watching
he
your
texts
shit,
me,
that's
do
that guy.
yourself a
Yeah.
favor and don't come to the wedding. And I screenshot it and sent it to her,
His
and-
sister?
Or yeah, his sister. And he was like, he's not invited. Not only that, but
He's
she
not
reached-
invited.
Yeah. She was like, and I was like, no, please, I want to see him there. But she reached out to me. her fiance, who's like a great friend of mine, reached out to me. Her mom reached out
That's
to me.
cool,
No
bro.
way.
They all
That's
reached
cool.
out and were like, "Hey, we love you.
That's
Please
cool.
ignore him."
That's solid.
Okay, so like real question, like, is he mentally different?
No.
I didn't say it. Okay, my mouth did not move and say whatever that word was. It was somebody off screen. It's not. His name is not Carlos, but okay.
I don't think so. He's fine. We've hung out before and he's okay. Like,
You know what I
he's-
mean, though, right?
No, no,
Like,
yeah, no.
There's some
he's-
people that are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean,
I don't mean it that way, but that's like
that would be giving him the benefit of the
Like
doubt.
gay?
You're giving him the benefit of the doubt. You're giving him an out.
I didn't say Luke. I'm just kidding.
Love you, Luke.
But no, he's fine. He's
Nah,
just
bro,
grew
he
up
just a
very,
hater, bro.
He grew up.
Privilege.
Yeah, he was privileged, but like his sister grew up privileged, and she's not like that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody,
insecure.
everybody.
Yeah.
Is it
takes
only brother and
differently.
sister?
Everybody takes
Yeah.
it differently.
Is she older or is she younger?
She's younger.
So she's probably learning what not
got
to
all
do
the
from
love.
him.
She got all the love.
Man, he better not come to the office because everyone's gonna read his mind.
Bro.
He's been twice. He's been twice.
No way.
He's been to our
He's
office
been
twice.
twice. I
Oh.
invited him once, and then Steve invited him once. And
That's
I,
so
like
funny.
he came back again. I was like,
You
"Oh
can't
man,
get enough.
you just can't stay away." And like,
But yeah,
every time I see
what
him,
you're
I
doing
fuck
is
with him.
spamming and all of that
It's
shit.
so
That's
funny,
crazy.
bro. Oh, and I just want to see him every day, bro.
So with the amount of wealth he has access to from his mom and dad, how many businesses is he running?
Oh, he's failed a few. And what's
You should
ironic?
definitely listen to him then, because
So-
you want to switch places, right?
I don't know about that.
That's crazy.
And what's funny
Yeah.
is we used to, whenever I would go out a lot, I would occasionally, he would hit me up and we'd occasionally link up. And, when we're all pitching into,
a section or
get something,
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hey, man, could you throw us a few bucks?" He'd be like, "Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good."
Wow.
No, it never. And it's like, I didn't even say that. Other people would say that. And I'm like, it's just, it is what it is. But it's funny. It's just so funny. I love how life works. And that's not even just him, man. I had one of my best friends growing up. Whenever I started doing this, he would just literally go out of his way to like sabotage. Like if I'd be speaking with someone, I'm trying to like do business or build a relationship, he would literally just butt in and be like, just say some outlandish shit to just self-destruct, for no
change
reason.
the conversation.
And it's
up.
like, dude, it's like
Loser.
it is what it is, but
We did.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
I have no patience for that.
We did a presentation. And I have close friends there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff." And one of them shows more interest in it. Like, "Hey, I'd like to see what this would actually look like." I'm like, "Dude, of course. We can just set up a meeting. I'll show you whatever you want to see."
Yeah.
And then other homie goes, "Oh, bro, don't drink the Kool-Aid." I'm like, "What the
Bro, somebody just told me that today.
Like, that's wild."
He was like, "Oh, I know a lot of people from one company and y'all company,
It's-
and like they're big dogs, right? And like blah 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 blah. Oh, Sapala, blah 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 blah. Like, don't drink the Kool-Aid."
Bro,
I was
drink
like, "Bro,
come
shut
meet-
the
how about
fuck
you
Drink
come
the
meet
up,
Kool-Aid.
bro."
I'll bathe in the Kool-Aid. This Kool-Aid's freaking awesome. Your Kool-Aid sucks. People are drinking the Kool-Aid on like working a shitty job, working for a boss, being a
Facts.
slave. Our Kool-Aid's fucking awesome. It's financial freedom. Dude, it's financial freedom, hanging out with your boys, having literally
Growing
living
a
our
business
dream.
and all that,
Bro, our Kool-Aid's fucking awesome. I'll bathe in that Kool-Aid.
It's just funny, man. It's like
Your Kool-Aid sucks. Their Kool-Aid sucks. They're drinking the worst Kool-Aid.
worst.
Worst Kool-Aid ever.
He doesn't even jump through the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just knocks politely.
Excuse me in a minute.
That's something that's super interesting for me about the people that adapt to that, like, institutionalized slave mindset of like, this is how it is, this is your life, settle for it. And if anything disrupts that baseline for someone else, like someone else breaks out of that,
Shitty Kool-Aid.
someone breaks out of that disrupts their baseline of believing it has a ceiling that low.
Yeah.
So like you go break out of that and you go run for their own sanity.
Yeah.
They have to try to pull you back because you just now exposed
How dumb
that
they
they're
are.
fucking losers being
Yeah.
basic. And
They just don't believe in themselves. It's like
literally-
if I can do it and you hold yourself at a higher level than me and now I'm breaking out of this mental like block that you've put yourself in, now you have no excuse. So they have to just say, "Oh, that it's a whatever the fuck it is they want to say. You have to put you down or say something." But dude, people will drink the shittiest Kool-Aid and like going to college. Like people will,
As soon as you put the Kool-Aid down.
bro. Like people will drink the
call it what
Kool-Aid
it
of
is.
going
I
to
was like-
college and getting a master's, and like they will. I'll talk to people and they're like, "Nah, I'm gonna go to college."
Bro,
and
you know
do this."
teachers-
I'm like, "Bro, I went to college. It doesn't
You know,
work."
teachers go and get a master's degree for a $2,000 stipend,
Bro,
just for an extra $2,000 a year.
I drank that Kool-Aid. That Kool-Aid fucking sucked.
I'm like, what the? You telling me you going for an extra $2,000? That's
I went to
it?
college
I went to college.
for a couple months.
My ex went to college for law school. She's a paralegal, and if I'm not mistaken, she's still paying off her.
Yeah, 100%. Most school teachers are still paying off their loans until
Bro,
10
like the
years
only
into
the
it,
only
13, 20 years into it.
investment that's really worth paying off for college is like doctor and lawyer, but the debt that you accumulate to
Accumulate-
get that,
yeah,
you're going to be
facts.
paying it off like tenfold throughout the years. So you're not even going to achieve anywhere near close to like financial freedom to like 50.
Well, you just
And you're
become-
still working.
I
You're
mean-
self-employed because you still have to show up to, like, you're not running like a full practice for
Yep.
a while usually.
Yeah.
So it's still relying on you clocking in. You just
You got to be personal.
All right, boys. I think we're good. I had
Fine.
fun.
Whatever.
Get out of here.
I just need to go read that fucking book. All right, that's a wrap. Boom.
Boom.
Deuces.
ski.
out.